Hey guys, it's Car Guy 11. Today we got a classic battle, Corvette versus Camaro. This one, of course, is my 2016 C7 Corvette Z51 Stingray. And we got its brother, the 2016 Camaro SS. Same engine, different transmission. This one is the 8-speed auto, but that's also available in the Corvette Stingray of this generation. This one is my buddy Randy's car, so we're gonna take a ride and he's gonna give his thoughts on the Camaro. I'm gonna give my thoughts on the Corvette and we'll see which one is best for you. Sounds good. This is not the dual mode exhaust.
No.
This is the standard exhaust, but it still sounds pretty good. Oh, the steering wheel is power on the C7. This is a manual.
Yeah.
But it's the same exact steering wheel, same buttons, same flat bottom. The Camaro logo, of course, is different. But other than that, yeah, it's funny. It's the same. Oh, and it's funny. These are basically the same color. This one's hyper blue on the Camaro. It's a little bit darker, and the C7 has the Laguna blue. It's hair lighter, but awesome colors, both of them. Can't complain.
For sure. And
this is the upper trim level. This is a 2SS, right? So
correct.
You got like cooled seats, which I'm going to turn on.
Yep.
Mine is the 1LT, doesn't have all the fancy features. This also has heated seats and a heated steering wheel, which is not available on the Corvette at all. Well, C7. C8s do have an available heated steering wheel now.
It also has side impact sensors and auto dimming mirrors.
Oh yes, the blind spot monitoring, yep. Again, C7s didn't offer those safety features. Now you do probably need it a little bit more because the sight lines are very narrow on the sides here. You know, that does help out. I actually haven't driven an 8-speed auto C7, so this is new to me as far as the 8 speeds. This is just the touring setting right now. We could probably go up into the sport.
Mm-hmm.
And this does not have the adjustable suspension, so this is just the standard SS suspension. We'll see how that feels. Mine, of course, does have the mag ride, but mag ride is available on the 6th generation Camaro as well. Yeah, and you know what? I don't have to put my seat all the way down. In fact, I have to lift it up a little bit because the high dash belt line is, you know, you got to look over that. And you also get a nice heads-up display. Again, mine's a 1LT, doesn't have that, but a beautiful color heads-up display with RPM and even G-force. And there's different options you can display on it as well, which is an awesome feature to have. And Randy, you just got this car not too long ago, right?
Correct. Well, I got it last year, so last May I got it as a birthday present to myself.
And this is your first muscle car?
It is. It's my first sports car.
Awesome. Yeah, it's definitely fun to have, especially in the summer doing drives and cruises and car shows and all that.
Yes, absolutely. I have really been enjoying that, getting the car out.
Oh yeah.
Taking it to play.
Yeah, she feels good. This is the same exact engine as the C7 Stingray LT1 V8. 455 horsepower in this model. It's 460 in the C7s with the performance exhaust. And 460 torque around it. Basically the same power numbers. And she moves. Yeah, what a great engine. Tons of torque. I'm surprised. I thought it would shift a little bit more aggressively in sport, but maybe let's kick it up to track. Yeah, it's a little bit more aggressive now.
It also really tightens the steering feel.
Yeah. Gets the rear out. Stability cut in there. I think this probably has the same like competition mode, action control off, and then competition mode, right?
Yep.
Nice gauges, all digital in the middle with the different readouts. Plus you got a nice large digital speedometer. Brakes feel decent, but I don't think they feel as strong as the Corvette.
I would agree, and they're also not as strong as the brakes in the Mustang, which it competes against.
And this is a lot heavier too. This is almost 400 pounds heavier than the Corvettes.
And you do get the back seat to compensate you.
That's true, yes. Although, it's rather tight back seats.
Very true.
Yeah, the transmission, I think you really need to put it in the manual mode for like back road drives. It's not as intuitive, like I said, as the ZF 8 speeds, that I don't even have to put it in manual mode in a Supra. Now the 10-speed auto in the newer Camaros, I don't know. I've never driven it. Hopefully it does. It's a little bit more responsive. The ride's pretty good with the standard suspension. In fact, it's probably more comfortable than the Corvette.
I would agree with that.
And you get more rigid body in the Camaro. You have, you know, a closed top, the roof doesn't come off. You can get a sunroof, but that won't affect rigidity. And it does feel nice and solid in here.
I can tell you, you also get more passenger room in the Camaro versus the Corvette. I feel like the Corvette, they've given all the room to the driver because it's a driver's car. Whereas this is more of a pony car, so it's definitely more accessible for passengers.
Sounds good though, and like I said, you're getting that intake sound from that aftermarket intake. Yeah, it shifts nicely with the paddles. I mean, maybe on a racetrack you'd want the mag ride to tighten it up a hair, but otherwise it's pretty good. And honestly, I'd rather have the comfort. It feels good though. Feels nice. Yeah. This is a great road, right?
Yeah.
If you get the manual, it's a 6-speed manual, and it's not a 7-speed like the C7. What kind of gas mileage do you get there?
To be honest with you, it's pretty good. I typically get around 22, 23.
Yeah.
On the highway though, you can get it up to 27 or so.
Okay.
Which is excellent, and it's a lot better than my Subaru that I daily drive. So.
And I guess that's comparable to the C7s as well. If you take the C7 on the highway cruise, you can really get upper 20s, even over 30. But other than that, you're in the 20s, mid to low 20s in everyday driving.
I also may have a slightly heavier than average foot.
And I think the auto has the cylinder deactivation, and the C7s, of course, have that as well, manual and auto.
Yes, I do have the cylinder deactivation turned off.
Oh, okay. So it was like tuned out, probably.
Correct.
So what else do you like or not like about this vehicle?
Well, I obviously I like the way it drives. I like that it's plush. Like it's truly a GT car in my opinion, or at least for the price, it's a GT car. I don't like the complete lack of any storage at all.
Yeah.
And I really don't like some of the less thought out interior design elements. For instance, wireless charging pad is behind you in the back seat, and it's not deep enough to hold your phone. So if you're doing any kind of spirited driving at all, it will fall out of the pad and end up on your back seats or in the floor wells. It's a terrible design.
Yeah, that's not a great position for it.
I think they just wanted to like check the box, wireless charging, and it was such an afterthought.
You got the lighting, the LED lights all around here too, different colors.
Yeah, so that's interesting. It matches with the modes, the driving modes.
Okay.
So yellow is for track, red is for sport, and blue is for tour.
Gotcha.
You can also set it to just be blue all the time, which I kind of like because it matches the car.
And the seats feel pretty nice as well, and they are memory in this trim level. Do you have lumbar?
I do not.
Oh, see, that's my Stingray does not have lumbar either because it's a 1LT, and the upper trims have the air bladders, but this doesn't have it either.
That's very strange.
Very strange.
Because this is the highest trim level of Camaro.
Okay.
There is a more of a track car with the 1LE.
Caros, yeah. And you got the Bose audio system. Sounds pretty good.
It sounds excellent, yes.
Okay. Screen is like angled down, but it does have Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, same as mine. 2016 Chevy came out with those features.
Yep.
But yeah, what do you guys think? Camaro, Corvette? I mean, I think you do get a little bit more attention in the Corvette. Well, probably a lot more.
Yeah.
But just a little bit more rare. I guess it looks a little bit more exotic as well.
I'd agree with that. Now, I will say that the Camaros in general are a lot more rare than its competitors because for some reason, Mustangs and Challengers drastically outsell Camaros.
Okay.
Like, if I'm not mistaken, it's like 4-1 now, which is wild, and I don't understand it. I mean, I think this is much better than a Challenger, in my opinion.
The Camaro, like used now, if you're looking at, say, 2016s, Camaro is about $10,000 cheaper, or maybe even a little bit more than the Corvette, so that's something to consider as well. I mean, I'm happy with my choice. I am happy with the Corvette. I do miss at sometimes the chassis rigidity of like a car like this. This is better, I think, for like a long distance cruise, or it's probably quieter and it's a little bit more comfortable, more room. But as far as, I think you get a little bit more raw feel with the Corvette.
I would agree with that for sure. And I think this is probably, I would assume, cheaper to operate.
That about sums it up. Again, tell me guys what you think. What do you prefer, Camaro versus Corvette? And of course now it's more of a difference with the C8 generation with the mid-engine, so it's not as much of a comparison anymore. 7th generation Corvette and the 6th generation Camaro are very close comparison with the same engine and a lot of the same components. But
very true.
Yeah, so all right, thanks Randy again for letting me drive your beautiful car, and definitely let me know in the comments below or message me on Instagram or Facebook if you have a cool vehicle that you would like reviewed on the channel, featured on the channel. We can do car swaps as well if you're interested in any of my vehicles. But anyway guys, thanks for watching this one. Subscribe for more, and we'll see you in the next video.